And what do you think about, and what are your comments, if anything, of what's been happening on the television in Ferguson and other states?
Um, I think that there is so much going on that the things that are good that are happening are not being noticed. That it's all the negativity that's being projected on the screens, and that's probably causing more fury in other places that would not have been as angry or as violent. And I think that there's a disconnect on the appropriate time of peaceful kind of protests, and the protests where it's antagonistic and where there's a constant battle going on.
Well, my concerns is always, I think the residents can agree with this, is we have what you call the copycat versions of people just going out and causing crime and violating the law just because it's going on in another state. I think that the issue is, I think that, well, we as people sometimes, some people, don't take the time to find out the facts before we react. And that always have been a problem. It's going to continue to be a problem unless we all come together and first talk and perhaps start asking questions, and not just ask questions, but seek out for those answers first and get a better understanding as to what actually happened. And I think that if we get that understanding, we may not be going through what we're going through. I always feel that law enforcement is always going to be the bad grunt of any incident, whether the officer was acting in good faith, whether the officer was doing his job, whether the officer was doing what he was supposed to do. I believe if any officer was standing and it was and they had to make the decision, their life or another, and an individual shot at them 4 or 5 times, and that officer finally returned fire. I think the officer's still going to be blamed for that, because people don't look at the facts. They don't look at the understanding. They don't look at what we have to go through, what we have to know. They look at, you shot someone, you shot a young man. Now, this doesn't excuse any actions as to what happened. But what I am asking is that we start researching for answers before we start judging and making our own assumptions and predictions. And that's what happened from day one. Assumptions and predictions, and no one knew any facts. You know, I am a sheriff and didn't even know the facts. We have other chiefs and sheriffs that don't even know the facts. So how do we come to these conclusions and start acting out? So it was a concern for the clergies here in our county and in Newton County, and so they wanted to come together and perhaps be the spokespersons for our residents, for Newton County, for those that are confused, for those that need answers, that want better answers or want more stuff explained. And so that's the purpose of this today, is for the clergies to come together along with law enforcement, and we're here to support them. That's basically why we're here. But the clergy is here to help the community.